I was like triggered by a book I read. I read a book called Who Built the Moon? And I kind of was so fascinated by it. And it like kind of pretty much like kind of says, moon is not like a natural object. And I think that was a great idea for a movie. And then I kind of thought, well, what happens if this object would fall down to Earth and we have to deal with it? And that's how the movie, in a way, the first inkling of a movie idea always starts. You know, you find a really fascinating idea which fascinates yourself. And then it took like pretty much 3-4 years to, or 5 years even, to get the right script. And it's a relatively simple idea. The moon's falling to Earth. We have to figure out what it is and how to stop it. And it's then, you know, about the people who go up there and their families who stay behind and have to survive. The idea of this film is like naturally very, very fantastic, and because it's so fantastic, you want to kind of, you know, give it, you know, like a lot of believability, and the believability comes from science, and you know, the more like naturally you research, the more you can like kind of give the people, you know, some sort of like a basis, you know, that people can believe in it. And we went to great lengths, you know, to talk to a lot of people. But at the end, I'm always like say, well, it has to work for the story. And so it's a mix between, you know, like kind of fact and fiction. That was some of the hardest scenes I ever shot in my life because it was a real cockpit. We didn't build that cockpit, we got it. We found it in a museum in Florida, and the museum went into bankruptcy. And we said to them, can we get this thing? And they said, what? What do you want to do with it? And so we like convinced them to lend it to us. And we said, we will repair it all. And we realized from the very beginning it has two halves, which is great. But it's also in a movie you'd make everything take apart. But this had only two parts. I tend more and more to believe in CGI, but I also believe still in practical effects because they're like kind of the glue which holds it all together. And when you come very close to people and you have to feel this is a real piece of wood, you know, or a real car, or, you know, then it's like kind of makes the people more buy into that this is really happening.